If you want to improve your client retention and increase your referrals, it is so important that you focus not only on the work that you do, but the client experience itself. You want to wow your clients. You want to create a memorable experience. And today, I'm going to share how you can start doing that. Hi, I'm Heather Hubbard. I went from being a lawyer and partner at one of the largest firms in America to becoming an online personality and successful entrepreneur. I know what it takes to rise to the top. I also know all too well the toll it can take on your health and personal life. So how do you shine bright without burning out? How do you chase joy while achieving success? You're listening to the Hustle and Flow podcast. Welcome back to Hustle and Flow. I am your host, Heather Hubbard, and it is the summer series. Every Tuesday in July, I am bringing a much shorter episode your way so that you can enjoy the sunshine, be out by the pool, be doing fun things, but not forgetting about growing your business. Oftentimes, this is a slow time of year, but that doesn't mean you don't want to do things that can actually set you up for success when things get busy again. So today, the actionable tools are going to be related to creating an amazing client experience, but you can also listen to all of the episodes this month for other hacks, tips, tools as well, so that you can keep taking action towards growing your business and improving your life. Today is about client satisfaction, though, and client satisfaction often comes from the client experience. We think if I do a good job, they will be happy with me. But that is just a minimum. Think about the last time you hired someone to come into your home to perhaps do something related to construction, maybe a handyman, an electrician, or someone to clean your home. You want them to do good work. But what stands out more than anything is how they approach the job. Do they treat your home like their home? Do they respect it? If they're a construction worker, are they cleaning up after themselves? Or do they leave things kind of messy? Are they leaving cups on tables and they're really just not respecting your property in the same way? Maybe they've got a bad attitude. They like to complain all the time. They're playing loud music. It could be any number of things, but we've all experienced the person who does good work, but it's just really annoying to work with them. How do you become the person who does good work, but makes the experience so memorable that they would never, ever, ever consider going to someone else? And they're going to tell all of their friends how amazing you are. It's through the little bitty acts of service. It's paying attention to the detail, not of the work, that's a given, but of how they're going to experience working with you. Even if your service is not something that would otherwise be enjoyable. Think about funeral homes. That is not something where people get excited to go hire your service. But I can tell you, my husband's family, they're in that business. And I also have a friend. She's now a funeral director in Louisville. And the way that you approach that work is what builds that business in a way where people know that you are genuine and you are caring. You are trying to make it easier for them. You are thinking about every little detail of their experience. Okay? So how can you do that? Well, the first thing is the way that you let people hire you, the way that you onboard people. If that feels like a clunky experience, they're immediately going to start looking for you to do a bad job because they assume that the onboarding experience is going to replicate the actual experience. If during the actual work you are going to be responsive and give them information in a simple manner, the onboarding needs to be the same. So when someone hires you, do they know what to expect? Do they know how to reach you? Do they know how it's going to work? And we may assume that they do, but a lot of times they don't. And they just want a little bit of attention at the beginning to know that they made the right choice. That could be a simple email, not an automated email, but a personalized email. I'm so glad to be working with you. If anything comes up along the way, here is my email, or here's the email for who you should reach out to. It doesn't even have to be you, but giving them that information and letting them know that you're so excited to be working with them. Another is a handwritten card. We really underestimate how wonderful that can be. It's just thoughtful, and it's fun to receive things in the mail when the vast majority of things that we receive these days, it's junk. I recently, this past year, did a little booklet that I sent out. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm kind of showing it to you. And this did not cost me that much money, either to print or to then, put a stamp on it and actually ship it out. And I let people raise their hands of clients, former clients, anyone on my newsletter list. Maybe they've never been a client. But I said, would you like some snail mail where I'll send you this catalog? And so they opted in. And if I knew them, and I knew a lot of them, I would write a handwritten card to them when I sent it. And it's just a nice touch to let them know that you genuinely care. Another thing that I do, and I know lawyers who do this kind of thing, I know dentists who do this kind of thing. So realtors can do it. I know like a lot of realtors, they'll give you a gift once you actually get your new home. I personally think that's the wrong way to do it. I would be doing that gift on the front end, because that's when the client is nervous. That's when the client wants to know that you care and you're going to be there for them. So, if you're going to give a gift or you're going to give some kind of package, I encourage you to do that on the front end. If you want to do something on the back end as well, fine. But I think it's actually more important and more memorable on the front end. So one of the things that I do for my retreats, I send out welcome boxes. And this one, I've not folded it yet, so you can truly see how it arrives. It's fully designed. And then I also get these little postcards. I write a handwritten note to each person on it. And then I have this workbook that they're going to do before they come to the retreat. And you can see they're all three the same design. And that may sound simple, right? Like, what does that matter that it matches, or that it's the same design, or that it has the name over and over again? It creates brand recognition, and it feels like something that's a fancy touch. Now, let me tell you, I personally don't think that these things are that expensive, especially for the value that you're getting to have that excitement, that touch with your clients. If you are interested in something like this, there's so many options available, but I really like, and I'll put the links below for you, the little cards that I have. I get those from Vista Print. The box is where I also get Vista Print. So those are both how I get those branded. The workbooks, I use an online, and I've been using them since like 2014 or 2015. It's an online company, so you can be anywhere. And you can, by the way, I'm not an affiliate. I'm just giving tools and tips and tricks here, people. So they are in San Diego. They now have printers, I think, in a few different places around the country. But when you put it in, like, it's very specific, it tells you how much it's going to cost. Most printers, like, you have to put in a request and then they call you, and it's just like, no, like, just tell me what it costs. And that's what I love about them. I can put in, the options are there. You put it in, you put the deadline of like when it's due, when it's going to ship to you, and voila, you're going to get the price of what it costs. So you know what you're doing on the front end. You don't got to talk to anybody, right? So I love them. Their name is Printivity, and I will put their information below. Their name did change at some point. So did it go to Printivity, or is it now Printivity? That's a good question. But if you're interested, check out the link in the show notes and it will be correct. But it is just such a simple thing that you can do that really elevates the experience. I actually have a client that I worked with. She has a goodie box that she gives to her clients when they hire her for a divorce. Also, not always the most exciting thing. I mean, maybe it is for some people, but it's genuinely not considered an enjoyable experience. And so she customizes it in that she's got multiple books that she knows that she thinks are great for different kinds of things. And she will handpick which one she's going to include based on the person and what they're going through. She might include candies or things for the kids. She also has a branded folder with lots of different sheets inside that just has tips on what's going to happen and how the process is going to work. Yes, everything is digital. And yes, I know we want to save trees, but just having something tangible for people to hold on to provides a level of comfort and care that you don't get from a PDF in an email. So just really thinking through, how does my client feel? Why are they hiring me? What would make this feel better for them? Even if it's something fun like a vacation. We've all been to resorts and hotels where it is so clear they care about your experience, and others who are just providing a room. They're kind, they're fine, right? They're nice, they're not rude, they're not mean, but they don't go above and beyond. Really thinking about how you can go above and beyond to create an amazing client experience is going to not only make your clients love you so much more, you are going to increase your retention and you're going to increase your referrals. So think about one thing that you can do. Oh, one more quick tip. I was thinking, so when we closed on our house a few years ago, the office that we used, the title company, they had all of this candy, like fun candy. And they also had like a fruit bowl. So it was like Snicker, and it wasn't like little bitty ones. Like it was like a full on, like, here's some snacks. I did not even want any of the snacks, but I still remember how it made me feel when I walked in there and saw that they were like, here, would you like a treat? Would you like something fun? They also offered champagne. Like, it was just such a cool experience. And it doesn't cost that much to really go above and beyond these days. Okay, so that's your tip. If you're interested in working with me related to your strategy, your marketing, your sales, the Applications for Growth Accelerator, as well as the All-In Mastermind, they are opening soon. So be paying attention. It's going to be happening in August. If you're not on my email, go ahead and join it, heatherjoyhubbard.com/subscribe, and you will be the first to know. Have a great week, and I'll be back with another Summer Series episode next Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, give the episode a like and leave a comment below so we can keep the conversation going. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a future episode or announcement. Listening on Apple, Spotify, or another podcast app, you can watch the video and join in the after show conversation by visiting hustleandflowpodcast.com.